Am I the a-hole? You've been an a-hole. You've been an a-hole before. I've been an a-hole before. We've all been in a-holes and... We've all been in a-holes. Wait. We all have been a-holes. And some of us have been in a-holes. You know who you are. Am I the A-hole is a subreddit in which various people from all over the world share their life experiences, in which they argue with somebody who oftentimes is close to them. They share what happened, what went down, who was there, and whether or not they were the A-hole or not. Let's get into it. But first, you might be wondering, girl, like, who are you and why should we care what you think? Why should we trust your opinion on who the a-hole is? Well, I have something to tell you. I'm the judge. Not only am I the judge, but I'm the ultimate judge. And I will prove that to you right now. Wait, hold on. Did I prove it? Yep. You see that? Attire similar to one that a judge would wear. I don't have a hammer, but I have a controller. Don't believe me yet? Watch this slideshow. Don't believe me yet? Watch the slideshow. Don't believe me yet? Here's a slideshow just for you. And I'm not actually claiming to be a judge. I don't know if that's illegal. Like, you know how you're not supposed to go around saying that you're a police officer? I'm not an actual judge. I just mean, like, spiritually, I resonate with a judge. You know, some people are like, I'm an empath. I feel deeply and I understand why you're crying when you could really be holding it in like the rest of us. I just mean that I'm qualified. Why I am the ultimate judge. About the judge. Me. I'm 22 years old. Oh, I'm 22 years old, which means I'm more than a drinking age. That's proof that in one way or another, I am mature and responsible. My personality type is an ISTJ. I'll explain more about that soon. I'm a Virgo, and I happen to be an older sister. Not the oldest, but one of the older ones. I'm cute. I'm proud to be an ISTJ. I'm an ISTJ and a Virgo, and I am proud. We are overthinkers. We are judgmental. We care about the economical and political state of the world. We are detail-oriented. We are honest, and we are practical. The funny thing is, some of these traits were our weaknesses, and some of these were our strengths. Notice how they're all good? Notice how they all can make you or me stronger? Yeah. Let's read about it. They have a responsible and dependable nature, and they are often drawn to organizations, workplaces, and educational settings. Anyways, it says that we're responsible and we're dependable. Is that enough for you? Do you trust my judgment now? Still don't? Oh man. Well, I have more slides. I crow, we crow together, but not anymore. As a child, I cried, and often, for attention. I've done it for a cookie. I've done it for... I don't remember what else I've done it for, but I bossed up, and I realized I don't need a crow. This shows my maturity, does it not? Still don't think I can judge who the a-hole is? That's funny because I understand it all. Over the course of the last 7 months or so, I have accumulated over 73 my anime list entries. That probably means that I've watched about 30 or so animes. That just shows my commitment, if I'm being honest. Not only that, but one can argue that enable to understand the inside workings of an anime character's mind and their spirit is to understand the human nature. There's a lot that happens in anime that I'm able to use and apply to my real life because anime is real life. And that's why I'm the ultimate judge. That's why I'm the ultimate judge. Alright, y'all. Let's actually get into it because that was a lot of talking and I didn't need to do all that. Am I the a-hole for asking my husband not to walk around all nude because it makes my daughter uncomfortable? Off the bat, whoa. Okay, I mean, so I have a 14-year-old daughter and my husband has 2 sons who are 10. My daughter's dad passed away when she was 2, and my stepson's mom died when they were about 5. This better be relevant, because if you're just trauma dumping, No, I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm like trying to be entertaining, but I need to remember these are real people and their feelings very much matter, and that was not cool. My husband was pretty used to walking around the house naked after showering since it was just boys around. But now there's me and my daughter, who again is a teenager. My daughter leaves her door open because of something that happened when she was younger. We had to evacuate and her door got stuck, so she's a bit traumatized by it. Okay, what do we know so far? The dude is used to living with a bunch of guys, so he likes to hang with the hot dog. Also, my husband has this habit of walking out the bathroom naked after taking a shower, just strolling to the bathroom at all chill while scrolling on his phone. How long have they been together? Okay, hold on, because why is this a habit? Still, whatever. I will get back to that. My daughter came to me the other day complaining that she doesn't want to see him like that. Period. Who wants to see that? Oh my gosh, man. I told my husband about it and he was like, okay. And then he got annoyed with my daughter for bringing it up instead of letting it go. I explained that she thinks seeing her stepfather naked is really disrespectful to both of them and she values his privacy. Oh boy! He suggested she just start closing her door, even though he knows about her trauma. Ew. And then he said to get her into therapy. She's already in therapy and is actually getting better at shutting the door when she changes. He got all mad, saying I was choosing her over him. We've been going back and forth for like 3 days about the same thing, which is why I'm here. My daughter said she could just handle it because she hates hearing us argue. What? Oh my gosh. There's so much wrong with this. Here's my advice to you, the judge. I don't know how long they've been together. It doesn't say how long they've been together. But why is this still a habit? This is something he should have actively been working on the second that you guys moved together. And the fact that he's not is just so weird and so inconsiderate. And also, I don't know if it says when the incident that gave her daughter trauma took place. But if it was after that and he moved in with her and he knew that this girl had trauma and that would be a thing, he should have just thought about that. Like, as a man, you should just be thinking, oh, is this appropriate or not? Oh my gosh. I think that it's nice that the mother did her best to like stick up for her daughter, but you need to do a little more too. Maybe I'm a little biased because like she's a girl and like I'm gonna support my girls, but the point here is to not be biased. The point here is to state the facts. The fact is your daughter has trauma. She can't close her door right now. She is actively working on it. Her daughter, I feel like, also was doing her best to communicate and be like, hey, I don't want to disrespect you and by seeing you in a vulnerable place, aka your cheeks are out. And I feel like that's also uncomfortable on my part because I'm a child, a girl, and I don't want to see them cheeks clapping while you're walking through the hallway. So I feel like kudos to the girl, you're kawaii and I support you. The mom, I think she needs to do a little more and really advocate for her daughter as well, because there's only so much her daughter can do in a dynamic when there's two parents. Like, kids always are put in a situation in which their opinions feel less than others because they're kids. You're going to be told you're a kid and you won't understand it. So the mom really needs to step up and be like, hey, this is what needs to happen. Create that clear boundary of you can't be having this anymore. She is already making an effort to change, to become comfortable with shutting the door, but she's not going to get there yet. So for now, I think we need to do this and this and this and this to work, make it better. Like, even if it just means you putting on your boxers, even if it just means you buying a rope. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, I just remembered it says we've been going back and forth for like 3 days about the same thing, which is why I'm here. Guys, remember how I said I'm an ISTJ and a Virgo? Well, here's my attachment style. Avoidant. Leave him. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm a judge, yeah. A judge gives you a sentence. They don't like... Do they actually fix things? I don't know. Your sentence is...
Divorce.
Am I the a-hole for making my sister pay back my daughter? My 42F daughter, Brooke, 16. My 42 female daughter, Brooke, 16, has been reading since she was 5. Huh? Okay, so your daughter's 42 and female? Oh, she's 42. I don't like how she wrote that. I'm not the dumb one. Me, 42, and my daughter, Brooke, 16, has been reading since she was about 5. She has always had a love for books, and she would spend her allowance that we gave her on her newest book in the latest series that she was reading. It's pretty safe to say that her book collection is huge and filled with all kinds of limited edition and special edition books. Me too, girl. But like with manga. Recently, she just used her allowance to get a new special edition version of a book that she already had because she has been saving up for it and was very excited to get it when it came out. I'm happy for her.
Oh,
buy your little books. Well, my sister Lindsay, 36, came over on Saturday with her daughter, 13, Mariah, to spend with us because it's been a while since we got to hang out and we were just catching up. Mariah started to head to Brooke's room, but I stopped her and told her that Brooke was out and she would be home in 20 minutes. So I suggested that she wait downstairs with us and tell me about how school was going. Okay. She talked for 10 minutes before she said that she had to go to the bathroom. We have 2 bathrooms in the house, one upstairs and one downstairs, not including our ensuite. Unfortunately, the downstairs one is having some issues, so I told her that it was okay to use the upstairs for now until the downstairs one is fixed. She said okay and went upstairs. While I was talking to my sister, Brooke came home, said hi, and quickly went upstairs to change. She wasn't up there for 5 minutes when I heard a loud scream and quickly ran to check on my daughter. When I got to her room, my jaw dropped when I saw several of her books, including the new special edition one, destroyed with pages ripped everywhere, and Brooke in tears at the destruction. Brooke is very non-controversial and hates arguing and fighting with people, so I stepped in for her. I told Mariah that she needs to apologize to Brooke, clean up the mess she made, and that she would no longer be welcome in the house. I then turned to my sister and told her that she needed to reimburse Brooke for the books that her daughter destroyed. Lindsay argued with me that Mariah was just a kid and that she didn't know what she was doing, but I told her that Mariah is old enough to know right from wrong, and what she did was wrong. Lindsay argued back that if my daughter didn't want her books touched, that they shouldn't have been out. Be so for real. I lost my cool and told her that they weren't out. They were put away in her room where Mariah wasn't allowed to be without Brooke's permission. Lindsay refused to pay Brooke back and called me a greedy glitch before leaving with Mariah right behind her. Whoa. I told my husband about this and he was absolutely on her side, and he agreed that Lindsay needs to pay Brooke back for the books that she lost and can't replace, as they were special/limited edition that she can't get back. The whole thing is really blown up, and my side of the family is telling me that I'm being too hard on Mariah, that she's just a kid, but I don't think I am. She destroyed my daughter's property and she needs to know that her actions have consequences. So I'm asking here, was I the a-hole for demanding that my sister pay me back? Okay, so she added a little information at the bottom that says that people have asked for more information, and in the past, Brooke has let Mariah borrow a couple of books, but they were not given back to her in good condition. So then Brooke, from then on, did not allow Mariah to have any more books. That then goes on to say that my husband and I think this is what caused Mariah to do what she did to Brooke's books. Okay, I mean, I feel like this one's very obvious too. If it's not very obvious to you, I don't really know what to say, girl. Mariah is 13. She is old enough to know right from wrong. I know a 10-year-old. I know an 8-year-old right now, and if they were to do something like that, would they take the blame for it? It really depends on their mental state, and it really depends on whether or not they're the type of child that's going to own up to their mistakes. A lot of childs like to make excuses for themselves, and that's just a part of being a child. But I can guarantee that they know the difference between right and wrong. And if she was young enough to where she wouldn't know the difference, then I feel like, okay, as the adult, as the sister, your response shouldn't be she's young and she didn't know and I'm not going to do anything about it. Even then, your response should be she's young and she didn't know and I'm so sorry this happened. Let me repay you in this way. Not only is that not the case though, but she also knows she's wrong. And her mom should not be backing her up in the way that she's backing her up. Like, oh my gosh, that crap annoys me. The sister's response should have been, I'm sorry that this happened. Mariah, I need you to apologize to Brooke. Brooke has been kind enough in the past to share books. Brooke is the GOAT. Brooke, the mom says that Brooke is not very confrontational. So I feel like as a reader that can make you sort of biased while you're reading. You'd be like, oh, Brooke, okay, yeah, Brooke would never do that. So I'm gonna try to disregard that, but just based off the information we're given, the sister should have had the daughter apologize and should have gave her the money. I don't even understand why this is a question. And I don't really think there's necessarily an a-hole. I just feel like it's, oh, wait. Wait, it says she called her a greedy B-word. Okay, yeah, she's an a-hole. Wow. Your sister's an a-hole. I don't feel like I have to explain that. She's an a-hole. And she should have cleaned up the mess. The little girl and the mom should have cleaned up the mess. As a 13-year-old, you go in there and you clean that mess, girl. Go piss, girl. Mariah, your sentencing. Am I the a-hole for not letting my sister's kid play with my daughter's toys? I need some perspective on a situation that happened recently. I, 35 male, have a 7-year-old daughter, Lily, who loves her toys and takes great care of them. She has a special collection of dolls that she treasures and plays with most of the day. I'm like literally adding words that are not there. She has a special collection of dolls that she treasures and plays with almost every day. Last weekend, my sister, 32, female, came over with her son, Max, 6 male. Max is a bit of a wild child and doesn't always respect other people's belongings. When they arrived, Lily was playing with her dolls in the living room. Max immediately ran over and started grabbing them. Lily looked at me and I gently told Max that they were Lily's special toys, and I asked him to play with something else. My sister overheard and got upset, saying that I was being unfair and could she learn to share. I explained that Lily is very particular about her dolls and that Max could play with any of the other toys in the house. My sister huffed and said I was spoiling Lily by not making her share. Things escalated when Max threw a tantrum because he couldn't play with the dolls. My sister demanded that I make Lily share, but I stood my ground. I told her that Lily has a right to decide who plays with her special toys and that Max needed to respect that. My sister left in a huff and now she's not speaking to me. She thinks I'm raising Lily to be selfish, but I believe I'm teaching her to set boundaries and respect her own belongings. So, am I the a-hole for not letting my sister's kids play with my daughter's toys? To add context, my sister popped around last minute, like 30-ish minutes notice. Guys, what's up with sisters, man? This one is obvious as well. But I feel like there are a couple of things that could have been done on the part of the person who wrote this so that they could avoid this situation going forward, or what they could have done to, I guess, better the situation as it happened. So they did give us context and they did say that her sister popped around last minute and that, they were only giving that 30-minute notice. And I feel like in that 30 minutes, you should have put the toys away. I mean, that their son is a little bit of a wild child. You stated that that. Lily even knows it based off of how she reacted. I mean, Lily probably was just like, this is how I imagine Lily. Oh man, this toy is awesome and it's special and it's mine. And then there's Max. Because he's wild or whatever. And then there's Lily, and she notices Max. And then the mom is like, Lily knows. Even Lily knows. Your sister popped around last minute, but I feel like 30 minutes is long enough for you to be like, okay, I know my daughter cares about these. I know that these aren't things that I want to buy over and over again. Max, aka my nephew, has been known to be a little bit of destructive with toys. He has wild behavior. I'm just going to put everything away. I'm going to let Lily know that I'm going to put away to protect it for now. Blah, 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 blah. I feel like she should have did that as the mom. But I don't think her sister should have reacted in the way that her sister reacted. And her sister shouldn't be trying to teach your kid sharing is caring. Of course, you want to let your kids know that sharing is a good thing to do. And that's something that we want to implore on our behaviors, on our child's behavior. But that's also not realistic. You're not going to go out into the world and you're not going to get everything that you want just because sharing is caring. I just feel like that's not something that you should be drilling into their mind all the time. You should also be teaching them that boundaries are a thing. You need to be respecting when something isn't yours and somebody doesn't want you to play with that. So the sister was wrong on that part. The sister that came over, I mean. And Max is wrong for just being annoying. Nobody is the a-hole. They're not. There's no a-hole. Her sister is not an a-hole. She's more like a dumb hole, like a sharing hole. Oh yeah, she says, I believe I'm teaching her to set boundaries and respect her own belongings. Absolutely, but also put the toys away if you know somebody's coming over and it's a child who likes to destroy things. You can teach her to be responsible and have boundaries, and you can also teach her to protect her things and avoid situations that she knows can bring an outcome that she doesn't like. Should you have to do that in your own house? No, but I just feel like those are the measurements that you can take. Oh, am I the a-hole for breaking with my fiance and canceling the wedding after she admitted to having fantasies of doing better than me after her weight loss journey? Whoa! So my fiance, 27 female, and I, 27 male, were together for 9 years. I proposed to her a couple of years ago and I really loved her a lot. Loved? As in past tense. After my proposal, she started her weight loss journey and asked if we could set the wedding date only after she reached her goal. I supported her through her journey and I was really proud of the progress she made. She lost more than 100 pounds, and while she still looked good before, she looked gorgeous after her journey. Lovely. Okay, like the fact that you're complimenting her even now is so cute. Oh my gosh, like please, happy endings. She was also upfront with me and admitted that she was getting a lot more attention now, and it was the most attention she had ever gotten in her life. It did make me somewhat insecure. She said that she's from Hawaii. You know how to say cute in Japanese? Hawaii. She said that a really cute guy at the grocery store complimented her tattoo once and asked for her number, even though he would see her engagement ring. However, my fiance told me she rejected him. One night, when she was super drunk, she admitted that she sometimes got dreams of getting a hot, tall fiance guy. But after seeing my reaction to that, my fiance instantly apologized. A lot of these insecurities were building up on me, and I did speak with my best friend and asked her if this was normal. She said it wasn't normal at all, and what my fiance was doing was not okay. Last week, I admitted to my fiance that I couldn't do it anymore. My fiance was shocked and apologized a lot and started crying. I was surprised with her reaction because she did admit to wanting a better guy than me. She did freak out a lot and asked if I was influenced by my best friend, and I told her honestly that yeah, I did seek external advice. The Bluetooth device is honestly that yeah, I did seek external advice because my insecurities were just eating me up inside. My fiance did tell me that she would never do it again. She was crying a lot and it looked like she was having a panic attack, and I was honestly worried about her. So I told her I would think about it because I just wanted my fiance to calm down at that moment, because I think what I said just shocked her a lot. However, the next day when she did calm down a bit, I told her my decision was final and that I just have lots of love for her and that I just lost a lot of love of her. Okay, so after the proposal, she started her weight loss journey. Maybe she knew that she would be seen by a bunch of people at the wedding. You know, maybe she felt like she was worthy somehow subconsciously of getting married, and that's why she did that. But assuming that she already has those self-worth ideas in her head, her ideas of what a married couple should look like. Also, this is me just assuming stuff. Judges don't do that. Let's go back. Let's get to the facts. She was upfront with him and she admitted that she was getting a lot more attention now. I feel like a lot of people want to be able to have their partner tell them, not say, hey, I'm getting a lot of attention, but you want to know about the instance in which your significant other is getting numbers of other people or getting possible numbers of other people. I feel like some people want to know that. I guess it really just depends on the relationship, because I do know some people who like to share those things because it makes the other person feel more secure in one way or another that their partner is sharing that with them. And I know some people probably just don't want to know that because to them it's like, well, there was nothing that came out of that anyway, so why do I need to know that? That's how I feel. But then, they go on to say like one night she was drunk and she admitted she sometimes got dreams of getting a hot, tall fiance guy. That's when I'm like, why would she say that? Like, okay, I know she was drunk. Honestly, I'm glad she said that though, because he knew. But do I think they should get divorced? Oh my gosh, man. Am I the ultimate judge? After I'm like listening to myself talk, I'm like, I think it's nice that she apologized. I don't know. He did also say that he went to his best friend to explain what happened. She said it was normal. She said it wasn't normal, sorry. And that what the fiance was doing was not okay. That's kind of crazy. I mean, I feel like I get it to an extent. Like, you have a glow up and you're like, oh, imagine me with a guy that I feel like is in my caliber. But at the same time, like, should you be thinking that? No, if you're thinking that, something's wrong, because are you with this person for the right reason? If, you suddenly look better and you feel better about yourself and you're all of a sudden fantasizing about somebody else, like, no, that's not right. Is he the a-hole? No, I don't think he's the a-hole. Some people might feel like their problems are their problems and he shouldn't have gone to the best friend, but I feel like if you need someone to confide in, Your best friend is somebody that you're gonna do that with? Okay, she's the a-hole. I decided. Dum, dum. I forgot that I had that hammer there. Should have been doing that the whole time. Dum, dum. Okay, so that was that. I had a lot of fun. Honestly, I thought I would do better than that. I did not practice and I did not look at these beforehand, and I have actually never even really read these. I've just seen a few videos on it. It was a lot harder to like read that and not have Subway Surfers over the top of it. It was fun, and I feel like I learned a lot about myself as a judge. Yeah, I feel like a lot of stuff can be worked on, definitely. In all seriousness, none of them were a-holes really. It was just a lot of that sister was an a-hole, and the first sister was an a-hole too, and this wife was an a-hole. Okay, so they were all a-holes, and when you're writing the story, you're never in the wrong. And I'm curious on what you guys think in the comments. Is everything so complicated? Is everything so simple? I feel like I get so into it, I get so complicated in my head, and I'm like, there's this to consider, and this to consider, and this to consider, because at the end of the day, everybody's just doing what they believe is right in that moment, and they're seeing everything from their point of view, and that's a bunch of stuff to consider, and that complicates it. But at the end of the day, there is an a-hole, and I, the judge, decided who it was. Thank you for watching. I need to go take my makeup off, and I need to read some manga, because this reality stuff is not it. Like and subscribe.